existing boxes. Now, our boxes and the boxes that I see sitting at the front end of a cigar store ready to get either thrown away or picked up by consumers, those cost us on average $8 a box after cost of goods, import duties, freight, etc. And that's a lot of money to throw away for a box of 21 cigars every time that box gets sold as individuals in a store. So we're going to save some money there. And then finally, we're just going to take a lower price and take a lower margin on the product. You know, we're in it to make money, but turnover is also just as important.
Right. Okay.
Right.
I want
we
to
had a little
apologize
blip there. Apparently, we lost a little bit of audio, but we're back, and hopefully everybody got the gist of everything you were saying. So
yeah,
hopefully
I caught it pretty quick.
Yeah, I see that. Sorry about that, guys. I hope that wasn't me.
No, it was on our end, Kurt. It wasn't you.
I cycled the USB cable, and then everything came back. It should have came back within a couple seconds, hopefully, and because I was picking up your audio, so it should have went through to you.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not Night Rider, I'm not hearing you. So
Mike and PA?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mike and PA I'm not hearing. So
can anybody hear me?
In fact, by the way, yeah.
I can hear you, Mike. Your level's a little lower, but I can hear you.
Okay. So, at any rate,
Matt's got a question, another one, Kurt. What product of yours do you keep in your pocket? What's always in your pocket?
Well, I'll tell you. Here's what's in my car. This is my Element lighter. Seems like everybody knows the Element, and to me, that's a perfect automobile lighter. You can see that I got my initials on it. This was given to me as a gift by one of our CSRs who made a sale to Audi, and so I drive an Audi, and she had one made for me. So that's in my car at all times. This is what I carry in my pocket to light cigars. This is our Havana Collection windproof lighter, EX2 Havana Collection, and this is the cutter I carry in my pocket, which is our Havana Collection in green. I love that pistachio green color. And then my backup that I carry in my car for my pocket. Is this getting sick or what? My wife made me do this because she got tired of hearing me say, "Oh, honey, did you bring my cutter? I forgot my cutter." So she said, "You got to put something in your car for your pocket." And so I carry the carbon fiber collection in my car for my pocket. When I'm hunting or fishing, I usually carry an XI2. And by the way, gardening, hunting, and fishing are my three favorite hobbies. They happen to each go pretty well with smoking cigars, so it's it all fits in. And so I carry the XI2 or the X8 cutter. And then finally, this little knife that I showed you earlier is the knife I carry in my pocket every day. And back when we were in the knife business, people would say to me, "Well, why do I need a pocket knife?" And I would say, "You know what? Put one in your pocket for a day and you'll never ask that question again." Speaking of hunting and fishing, I just came back from a great hunting trip. It's turkey season just started last Monday, and I live in Kansas City where we have great turkey hunting. And I got a really nice invitation from Scott Hyland, who's a great customer out in Phoenix. His parents have a few stores in California area, and they own a 2,500-acre ranch in central Missouri where I got invited to go on my second turkey hunt. So I've memorialized that hunt on Xikar's YouTube channel. And if you guys go to the YouTube channel, I've got 13 videos. Each of the ones I shot with my handheld iPod, talking about cutting a cigar in the field, smoking a cigar in the field. I think they're pretty funny. My wife thinks they're funny, but she indulges me. Perhaps you guys will think they're funny too. So go to. I'm gonna send you I'm not able to chat or rather type in your in your Ustream, so I'm going to do it here on Skype, and you guys will have it. Perhaps one of you guys can put it in the Ustream. So it's youtube.com/Xikar. And if you go there and go over to the playlists. There's a top bar on top of all the YouTube channels that you can look at all videos, uploaded videos, favorite videos, or playlists. Click playlists, and you'll see the Smoke and Hunt playlist, and that's where all those videos are.
Yeah, we'll be sure to do that. We'll add it into our post, so there'll be a little link in there so that people can click on it and go check it out as well.
Right.
That's great. I go through, and by the way, I'm smoking a Jesus Fuego Origin Lancero that day out in the field, and it was a great cigar and a great time. So enjoy those videos.
Well, that'll bring us to our next question. I was going to ask you, whose stuff are you smoking besides your own?
You know, I am a mild to medium smoker, so I need to state that up front. And therefore, what I smoke really isn't the everybody else's average smoke, and I think nobody's going to be super impressed with what Kurt smokes. But so with that sort of humble caveat, I really like a lot of Jesus Fuego stuff naturally because of what he does, and the origins I think are especially good. I'm a fan of Manuel Quesada. I'm a fan of Matasa's product, just because I think that Manuel, while he traditionally, particularly in the 90s, was not necessarily a blender for the new American palate, the strong palate, his blends are absolutely phenomenal, sophisticated blends of tobacco that, for the mild to medium smoker like me, I think are just delicious. So from his everything from his Fonseca, the traditional Fonseca, to the Series F. I don't know if your consumers remember that, but that's a nice peppery cigar with a Connecticut shade grown in Ecuador. That's a great cigar. I also like a lot of Ashton product as well. In fact, Ashton was the very first cigar that got me into the world of smoking cigars. The Ashton Maduro was one of my first cigars that turned me on. So let's see, and if the other ones I smoke come to mind as we continue going, I'll let you know what they are.
All right.
You know what? I have to say, and this, I'm going to unimpress everybody here by saying that I also like some of the old Oliva, and not necessarily the really high-end, made for the sophisticated palate cigars, but just the regular Oliva, Florida Oliva, the Indonesian wrapper, regular stuff. I think those are really great, easy to smoke cigars. So there you have it, Kurt's unsophisticated palate. And by the way, within our own line of product, my favorite, and I'll furthermore add the one I chose and the best of the HC series. Okay, so that's a little jab at my partner Scott and Jerry Deere. I see there's a question about Jerry Deere up here. But the best cigar among the HC series, in Kurt's opinion, of course, is the Connecticut shade. So there you go. Is Jerry directly involved in choosing the blends, Tom? Yeah, absolutely he is. In fact, he is perhaps, Scott and he are the big cigar smokers in the office, and as well as is Phil Barnhart. So Jerry is right now involved in the blending process for our new Maduro line, which is what we're going to come out. That will be our next cigar blend. We're looking at dark Maduro blends, and we want it to be rich and sophisticated. I'm pushing towards a slightly sweet taste, and when I say sweet, I don't mean artificial. I mean that sort of sweetness that you get out of Mexican, or you can get out of some Indonesian. You can also get it out. And I don't mean Cameroon sweet, but I mean like Mexican sweet. So we're looking at that blend, and he's deeply involved in that. Let's see. Oh, and to answer the other question, boy, there's lots of questions flying through here. And to finish the other question about new launches, the other thing that we have that's new, and it's something that I requested because I love the shape of a Diadema cigar, and that's the Conestoga style shape. Now, we've got that in both a Diadema and a Salomon in the Habano Colorado blend. I personally am not a Habano Colorado smoker. because it's such a big cigar for me. That said, there's something about the Diadema shape that starts off smooth but rich, gets real rich and creamy in the middle, and because it's a small cigar, doesn't kill me. And this cigar, as soon as the price change of the HC series is finished, is complete, I'll bet you'll see this cigar, which we've nicknamed Kurt's cigar since I requested it. I anticipate that we'll have the Diadema, the Salomon, and what we're going to call a Grande in between those two sizes at the show.
That sounds interesting.
Let's see. Is the Xikar office cigar friendly? Absolutely not. And do we smoke at our desks? No. The state of Missouri has a smoking ban. So
Stogie411 studio is cigar friendly. We both
there you go.
We say yes.
Exactly.
The answer to the question is we have to smoke cigars to do our business, Mr. Officer.
All right. Well, we'll get a couple more questions here, Kurt. We'll try to keep you under the hour, like we said. Is there, Matt's got another question. What's your favorite product that you make, if you have one?
My favorite product that we make? Well, I'm going to beg the question and just say that it's kind of like asking me my favorite child.
Exactly. Yeah. We're putting you on the mark.
Yeah, each one of the children among the product lines has their own attributes and characteristics. And if I'm feeling tolerant, I'll like one more than the other. And if I'm feeling not so tolerant, then, so was I speaking about my children or my products?
Yeah.
Not sure.
I absolutely love the Havana collection art. And so I carry that Havana collection because I think it's just so beautiful. We recently came out with an X8 cutter, and people asked us why we came out with a double guillotine. I don't have one here, unfortunately, but it's a double guillotine like this one, but a new shape. And this is our generic cutter that we put logos on, and this one's happens to have a Xikar logo, but we'll do that for stores. And the X8 has such a long blade and thin and sharp blade. And by the way, it's sized at 64. It'll cut a 64 in half. And that long blade prevents crowning of the cigar. And it is frankly, it's such a damn good cutter that sometimes I'll reach for that because it's easy, quick, and it's right there. It's not expensive. So I rarely carry that in my pocket because I love this one so much. And, of course, I'm in love with the action and the feel in the hand. And this is what our company's all about. But it really depends is the answer to the question. Now, on lighters, I almost always carry this lighter because I prefer the soft candle flame to a torch